Franklin Templeton lists Ethereum ETF on the DTCC. What does this mean for Ethereum? Will this actually be approved by the SEC? We'll dive into this article, take a look at it, and kind of try and decipher what we could expect from this in the next couple of weeks, couple of months. We're also going to take a peek at the crypto markets, take a look at Bitcoin. A little bit bearish in my opinion right now. Couple of things we need to look at to really get a better picture. But we'll dive into this and a couple other things today. My free thinking rebels, welcome once again to another Decrypting Crypto live stream. My name is Stefan Subero. I am the holistic growth mentor, and here at Breakout Solutions, we are on a mission to help individuals, business owners just like yourself, safely enter into the crypto space, diversify, generate passive income, and create a legacy for yourself and your family. Before we jump into the chart, let's go back to that article. And beginning of the week, hope everybody had a great weekend. Let's see this article. Franklin Templeton lists Ethereum ETF on DTCC. The DTCC listing does not guarantee approval of Franklin Spot Ether ETF application. The asset management firm Franklin Templeton has listed its Spot Ethereum exchange traded fund on the DTCC website, a significant platform for securities transactions in the United States. Here we can see the listing, EZET. That's the code and that's the name. Now, the DTCC website often lists securities eligible for trading and settlement within its system, including ETFs that have completed particular registration or compliance process. However, the approval of an ETF filing is determined by the SEC based on various regulatory criteria and considerations. Now, the $1.5 trillion asset management firm submitted its Form S1 to the SEC on February 12th to apply for a spot Ethereum ETF. If approved, the ETF would be listed as the Franklin Ethereum ETF on the Chicago Board Options Exchange. The SEC has then postponed a potential decision on this ETF on April 23rd. And the SEC said it extended the timeline to review the process, rule change for the listing and trading for Franklin. Now, the SEC has until June 11th for this specific one. I know there's another hearing coming up in May. Now, we know that we have BlackRock, Grayscale, VanEck, ARK. A lot of these have also applied for ETFs for Ethereum. Now, I'm kind of just thinking, why would Franklin go ahead and just list it on the DTCC? There could be a couple things happening there. Do they know something that we don't know? Are they preparing in anticipation for their ETF being approved? Personally, we will never know this information, but we have some insight from Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balkunas. He estimates that the chance of an SEC approving the spot Ethereum in May is around 35%, citing the regulator's less engaged stance than during the Bitcoin ETF application process. He also mentioned that the SEC chair, Gary Gensler's stance on Ether could impact the decision process, with Gensler refusing to clarify whether Ethereum is a security. Again, no clarity, and there's no way for them to really figure that out unless they can give you some of that clarity, but they never do. So what I'm thinking at this stage is, we know there's a lot of big names waiting for approval. I don't know what the exact approval rate is, but BlackRock apparently has like a 99% approval rate, right? They never apply for an ETF unless they're almost certain that it's going to be approved. Does this mean it's going to get approved in May? According to this, only 35% chance, but definitely the potential of this being approved later on in the year is still high. We know that Hong Kong has already launched their Ethereum ETF. So personally, I think it's just a matter of time for the US to follow suit and not get left behind. Okay, so that's all I got for this specific article. Let's take a look at the crypto markets, my friend, and let's see what's going on. Let's jump into the crypto bubbles, and we're starting off the week pretty bearish overall. Not too many big drops. If we really look at this, I don't think we've really broken below that initial drop that we had last week. We're just kind of retesting it. We're still in a bearish trend overall, but still not breaking below any of those previous lows. Now, if we look at coin market cap, we can see that the fair and greed index still in that neutral area. Haven't really moved too much. I think we're ranging between like 55 and 60. Bitcoin, still down 5.36% in the last 7 days. Ethereum is down 0.9. We did have a bit of a rally for Ethereum last week. I think just based off all of this news, BNB is down 1.2. Solana is down 13%. Like I said, overall the markets, downtrend overall. There's no true clarity at this stage, and that really that has not changed in the last week since we've been talking about this, right? We've kind of just been ranging. Now, I say we're a bit more bearish because we weren't able to hold this support, which is what we had held previously. Even during that initial crash, we pulled straight back into this supported area, and we kind of been trending. Now, we broke below this yesterday, and we seem to be getting rejected. We're not coming back into the pattern. So in my opinion, I'm kind of waiting to see what happens at the close of today's candle, right? Because that's going to give us a big overview of where we're going to start the week off, right? We seem to have pulled all the way down to 61. This wick has pulled us back in. So like I said, look, we're still above on the daily. So if we can successfully close the candle today back in this pattern, this wick would potentially mean a really strong, this is actually would be a strong indicator of, again, a lot of liquidity being pulled back up into this area, and again, the price of Bitcoin being bought up at the $61,000. Strong buys. All right, so that's kind of what I'm going to wait for at the end of this day, and we'll see what happens. This could really again, if we do not close above this pattern, again, this would not be a good sign, because we would potentially continue in this strong downtrend, which could bring us even lower. I'm really looking at this area, the 59, let's call it $60,000, as that last area of major support. If we really can't hold this zone, then we're looking at potentially going back down to retest $66, even all the way down to $55,000. So we gotta wait. We gotta see. Nothing much has changed. We'll look at the ETF inflows at the end of the week, but last week's inflows were not good. Were not good at all. So again, my friends, this is kind of a overall, the calm before the storm, let's call it that, hopefully, right? We can just kind of sit back a little bit and just wait. If you have cash on the sideline, just keep it on the sideline for a little bit. We can potentially see if we do get a bigger drop, or if we start to see some strong reversal sign. Overall, again, if we do not break back into this pattern, then we'll kind of have to reevaluate, are we going to be going lower? If we break back into it, then that will be a great sign for us to continue potentially just moving within this structure and then finding a break again, whether it's going to be to the upside or to the downside. So that is what I am looking out for this week, my free thinking rebel. So if you do like the content, if you enjoyed what I shared with you today, please take a minute, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. If you are part of our community, let me know, what do you think right now? Are we going down? Are we going up? What can we expect? That's all I got for you, everyone. So I'll see you in my next video. Stepping out.